So once we do a presentation, all these numbers are gonna populate, and we're gonna provide all of that to the end buyer that nobody does. And there's gonna be an explanation that he just hooves the mouse over and says, under the monthly expenses, we are doing 10% deferred maintenance. We are assuming a 6% 30-year loan and all that stuff. Same thing with the hard money up here. When it calculates for them, we are assuming 2 points, 10% interest, so on, so on, and so on.
Yeah.
Just so we use that standardized.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You see all the numbers and we see the
Yeah.
breakdown. It's
Yeah.
like yes or no.
Yeah, they know exactly what you're doing. Yeah. And then the net cash flow monthly, that is market rent minus all the expenses that we talked about, gives you this. And then the net operating income, that's the yearly net cash flow. Okay? That's how we get our cap rate and all that stuff. So even the cap rate is a real number. Although it's a projection, it's real number projections because we're taking insurance, taxes, actual numbers that's gonna come back at. Okay, so this is all for the end buyer. This is all for the presentation. Underneath is our own stuff. And it's the same thing that's provided here to the end buyer, but with different numbers, right? With our numbers. Like our max offer is going to be 10% net for a flip. And then we might start it at 20% net. And then all of this in between is all good. So as long as we can get anywhere below this, it's a deal for us. Yeah. So it calculates everything as well on what our cost is going to be. Same thing with the rental. In reality, we'll have some sort of line of credit that's like 6 or 8% that we can just tap into, that it actually decreases. But if it works like this, it's gonna work even better with the actual numbers. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like once you run these type of things, you do like a test fire number, and then if the dog hunts with those, then it's a deal. You know what I mean? So this is what this is. So this is what's calculating down here. Total cash that's gonna need for each of the deals. Um, and then it breaks it down. The monthly interest payment, the points that we pay for that. And then underneath, it has all these calculations here that we can spend a little bit more time on it once we're doing a stack offer that's gonna go through. So this is what the numbers will look like. We can um, we can we can buy and hold rent, and we can sell it once the terms are up, or we can buy it and then we can sell it under terms as well, and this is what our spread would be. So we're kind of like just a middle guy, and then this is what it would look like if we bought it under those terms and then we just sold it right away, in which you can see that the returns are all that attractive because we're buying high at 90, 85, 82, or 80.